Hello everybody, today I'll be reviewing this puzzle. Now, this puzzle is, I actually don't know what it's called. I'm just gonna call this the dollar store magic cube. Pretty much the magic cube, it's a speed cube. And this speed cube I actually picked up in Puerto Rico when I went on vacation. And we were browsing the souvenir shops, and we walked into one, and I saw this Rubik's Cube, and I'm like, I have to get it. And when I first used it in the store, it was fairly nice. This speed cube, it turns amazingly well, and this is, that's even before lubrication. And then I got home, I put some Maru lube in this, and it just turns really well. And to the point where it's just, like, undescribable. I don't even know what to say about it. It's, like, that good. So, let's get a little bit more in depth into this puzzle. So, here's the magic cube. This here's my numbered cube. Now, obviously, they are shorter. The numbered cube is a lot shorter, but they are very similar in structure. Now, how is this little dollar store nothing cube similar to this? Well, I'll show you. Inside, you have your usual edge pieces, you have your usual corner pieces, but the edge pieces aren't shaped like the regular Rubik's Cube ones. They are sort of scooped out, and it has this little tail on the end, and that is very similar to how the pieces work on the numbered cube. You can see that it's scooped out here, so it's not a complete piece. And I guess this is to remove friction inside the puzzle. But because the numbered cube is not tensionable, there's no way to make the puzzle turn much better. So I will be probably modifying it, but to make it turn better. But also, the corner pieces are relatively similar. This here is a corner piece on the numbered cube, and it is sort of like cut in half almost, or like part of it's missing. And the same goes for the piece on the magic cube. So in structure, piece-wise, they are very similar, but core-wise, they are not. The core on this is one of those, the cores that I call the toothpick core, because it's literally just like 6 little stems all coming at a perpendicular angle, and they all support the surrounding pieces, and the number cube is not tensionable, but this is. So I will show it. I'll go ahead and show you that. First, I'll also show you the core. The core reminds me much like a Rubik's brand core, but with adjustable tensions. So this is pretty much like a mix between modified Rubik's Cube core pieces and a QJ 3x3, because the QJ 3x3 is pretty much a modified Rubik's brand, and it just makes it turn much better. So, pretty much, that is how the structure works on this puzzle, and I will go ahead and show you some of the pieces, but all sides have tension adjustments. Well, it's going to be a pain in the neck to remove all the pieces now, so I won't do that. Now, one thing that I like about this puzzle is that in order to remove friction, the pieces are actually, they're textured on the edges, on the inside edges, so you can see there are these bumps, and this is to remove friction, and they are on every single edge piece throughout the whole puzzle. And I believe that's to remove, to reduce friction, because now only about half of the puzzle is being rubbed up against by the rest of it. And whereas if these pieces weren't textured, then there'd be a whole lot more friction, and it probably wouldn't turn as fast. Now, I'm going to talk about how the puzzle was when I first got it. Right when I first got it, it turned amazingly well. But now it obviously turns a lot better. But the turning, it's very scratchy, very scratchy turning, crisp. It's not smooth and slick like it is on the Dian Guhong, but it's moreover very crunchy, crisp feel to when you turn it. And I like that because you moreover have a lot more control over the puzzle. So as you can see, I can turn this piece, I could try turning this piece 90 degrees, and occasionally it will overturn. So you can see, sometimes it overturns. And you can apply the same amount of force, and it doesn't overturn. Or it occasionally overturns. Now let's go on to corner cutting. The corner cutting of this puzzle it's okay, it's not the best. It's definitely not as good as it is on the Ghosthand. Whereas the Ghosthand, you can do from a maximum of a full piece. See, like this. And this is reverse corner cutting. And same goes for regular corner cutting. This is a pretty good corner cutter. This, however, is not. It doesn't reverse corner cut at all. It's locked up. Let's try for reverse corner cutting. This is from a full piece. This is from about half a piece. It corner cuts from half a piece, and that's occasionally. So like it locks up first, only a little bit. So I'd say from about like a third of a piece. Not really a quarter, but not really a half. So from about a third of a piece, this reverse corner cuts. And regular corner cutting, it does not from a full piece. From half a piece, it does. With relative difficulty. So I'd say from about a third of a piece for both. Reverse and regular corner cutting. Now you might notice that it does have the diamond piece feature at each little intersection between the pieces. So there is a slight little diamond here, and that's to help with the corner cutting. Each piece has been cut down a little bit more than normal, and there's a gap between the pieces, and that's to help with the corner cutting. And you can mainly see that, hang on a second, on the Ghosthand, where the pieces, well, the diamond-shaped pieces in between are much larger. So all in all, this puzzle is really good, and I do recommend you buying this. That is if you have ever happened to run across it. I highly doubt anybody will ever run across this puzzle unless you happen to live in Puerto Rico, San Juan in particular, because that's where our ship docked. We docked in San Juan, and then we walked around, and we did some shopping in San Juan. So if you live in San Juan, or you ever happen to go on vacation to Puerto Rico and you go to San Juan, look around the gift shops, because you might find this puzzle. And one last thing that I have to note before I end off this video is that the stickers. Sticker quality is actually okay, and as a matter of fact, they are printed on stickers, so you can't peel them off, so it's safe to clean. However, you have to be careful to not drop this thing, because it will start chipping the paint. And that's the only thing that you really have to be careful of when handling this puzzle, is dropping it. Because I dropped it quite a few times, and the pieces got, the paint got chipped a little bit. But essentially, this puzzle is really good. You guys should definitely buy it. My times with this puzzle have greatly improved from about mid-40s, upper 40s, to about low 40s, upper 30s. I even got some 25-second solves with this. I guess that was just pure luck. But this is an amazing speed cube. Not the best speed cube. I mean, it's about equal to the Ghosthand in a way, because the Ghosthand has things that it doesn't have, and the Magic Cube has things that the Ghosthand doesn't have. Like, you can control this puzzle a lot more than you can with the Ghosthand, but the Ghosthand corner cuts a lot better, and I believe it's better quality. So the two puzzles are relatively equal, in my opinion. So out of all the speed cubes I've ever used, this would probably be in third, this would probably be in second, and the Zanshi would probably be in first. So definitely buy the Magic Cube if you run across it. So this has been a review of the Magic Cube by Company Unknown, and thank you guys for watching.